Karnataka has implemented standardized kilometer-based rates for all categories of taxis operating in Bengaluru and across the state. This includes airport taxis and those associated with ride-hailing platforms. The state government has cautioned against unauthorized practices like surge pricing. As per the notification issued by the State Transport Department, the fares have been categorized according to vehicle's cost. The pricing structure includes minimum charges and additional fees per kilometer. Under the revised structure, the starting fare for a distance of up to 4 kilometers is 100 rupees for vehicles valued up to 10 lakh rupees, accompanied by an extra charge of 24 rupees per kilometer beyond that distance. For vehicles priced between 10 lakh rupees and 15 lakh rupees, the initial 4-kilometer fare is established at 115 rupees with an additional rate of 28 rupees per kilometer thereafter. Vehicles surpassing the 15 lakh rupees threshold will incur a minimum fare of 130 rupees for the initial 4 kilometers. Additionally, a 10% surcharge is imposed on taxis operating from midnight to 6 am. Passengers can carry up to 120 kg of luggage with excess weight incurring 7 rupees per kilogram charge. Initial 5 minutes of waiting are free, followed by 1 rupee per minute. Taxi operators and aggregators can collect 5% GST and toll charges, emphasizing fares based on distance. So how will this move impact cab aggregators?
For cab services, the entire business model relies on essentially making prices higher when there is more demand and keeping prices low when there is less demand. So if prices are low when there is less demand, it encourages people to choose these cabs as a mode of transportation, and it makes them even more affordable. And by making prices higher when demand is high, it benefits drivers by allowing them to get more money at a time when there is higher demand supply. Fixed pricing doesn't make sense because the demand for cabs, the demand for transportation is different at different points in time. You can't charge the same price for someone, let's say at 11:30 a.m. when demand for transportation is low, as compared to 9 a.m. when demand for transportation is the highest.
And how will it impact the cab drivers?
There could be a certain impact on the incentives the drivers were getting, because now with the standardization taking effect and the lack of surge pricing and everything, uh, the incentive the drivers were taking home may be reduced or done away altogether, especially by the aggregator cab service providers. A concern with regard to the exploitation of the drivers themselves, because the aggregator service providers would try and exploit the drivers in terms of the access.
Worries regarding surge prices are not new. In the past, the Delhi government also acknowledged the concern but has yet to address surge pricing by app-based cab aggregators. It has indicated that rules will be formulated if public complaints arise. The Competition Commission of India had previously advised cab services to disclose the breakdown of the total fare to accurately reflect the surge component in the invoice that is generated on the app and forwarded to drivers and passengers. CCI had also issued a set of self-regulatory measures to ensure fair competition and an overall well-functioning ecosystem. However, these guidelines were self-regulation guidelines and not orders. So, instead of fixing fares, what else can be done to ensure transparency on pricing and surge mechanism?
The only transparency that needs to be addressed is the relationship between the driver and the cab service. Yes, consumers deserve to know more, but how surge pricing is calculated is an algorithmic function based on demand and supply at a particular point in time at a particular location. And there might be people who are willing to pay more at a particular point in time, and the drivers benefit from that. And there might be points in time where people want to pay less, and again, the consumers benefit from that. So these are complex, like, algorithmic determinations. Yes, they are prone to manipulation, and so in that case, there should be algorithmic accountability to regulators. Even delivery, when you're talking about food delivery, you don't get a per kilometer pricing for delivery service. Is that going to be next?
Ride-hailing platforms thrive on surge pricing during peak demand, while lower prices in off-peak hours attract customers. Experts believe fixed fares are impractical due to demand fluctuations. Eliminating surge pricing may enhance predictability but could impact driver earnings, and maintaining high prices during low demand may reduce overall cab demand.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
He's making plans for an early retirement. Business Standard.